It's Joe from Bad Brass Vaping. I want to start this off by saying I'm sorry to everyone that's lost a loved one, a family member, somebody you went to school with, just anybody that's lost their life serving our country. It's a sad thing, but we have to be grateful of what we have gotten out of the situation. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have our freedom, this country we live in. So, no matter if you're for war, against war, just take a moment today and reflect on everybody that's lost loved ones. But it's not about that. It's about vaping. And today, I want to do a quick little video. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. So, if you don't know, I'm allergic to PG. I can only vape 100% VG juice. If I vape PG, my throat swells up, I can barely breathe, and it's just not pleasant. So, I prefer Bubba's Bounty. You can say I'm addicted to it, and you won't hurt my feelings. But that's my all-day vape. Been vaping it for about 8 months now since I started back vaping. So what I want to do, there's a lot of talk on Reddit and Facebook. Everybody asks questions. Will a Kayfiun wick 100% VG juice? And it will. I can vape up to 30 watts on the 7 ohm coil without getting a dry hit. So it's all about your wicking. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to show you how I wick my Kayfiuns, and that's about it. So we're going to go down and dirty and show you what I do. Alright, so everything I have here is what I use to re-wick my Kayfiuns. I have 2 Black Edition Kayfiuns. Haven't done the review yet. I apologize. I've been lazy. So we'll get to that in hopefully the next video, since I'm doing this. But so this is my wick on my Kayfiun. This was like a 0.8 ohm build, micro coil. I use 26 gauge Kanthal. It's my favorite. You get lower resistance because it's a thicker wire, so it'll take up more space instead of if I use 28 gauge to get a lower ohm. So anyways, so I just want to show that it's time to re-wick it anyways. Used it for about 3 days and the taste is getting a little crappy. Alright, so I just built this before the video because I didn't want to make you suffer watching me build a coil. It's 0.75. So that's what I was targeting. It's 7 wraps, 26 gauge Kanthal, micro coil. So see if you can see that. Probably not going to focus too good, but whatever. So the hardest part is trying to get the right amount of cotton. You can, once you get a lot of experience, you can pretty much just eyeball it. But, I'm still not perfect. I can't just grab cotton and just go. So I have to play with it a little bit. And like I said, using 100% VG, I use more cotton than normal. And most people say they can use a little bit of cotton, which you can, but you're just not going to be able to go up in your wattage too high. And I've tried. I mean, this is only stuff I can vape on, so I had to make it work. And it took a lot of trial and error. So I think this is enough. We're just going to have to put it on and see. Get it all tight. I twist it as tight as possible. It's going to expand once it gets wet. So let's see if it'll fit. I apologize if this is bad. I've never done a video with the camera in between my hands. Alright, so it's a little loose. I want to use more cotton than that. I'm just going to start off with a new piece. Alright, so cotton ball. And when you get your cotton, you want it to be able to go all the way through your coil. I like mine to be a little tight. Not loose where you can just pull it out real easy, but just a little snug. And that's just what works best for me. Every time I got it kind of loose, I get a burnt taste too easy. And just, I don't know. Can't tell you exactly why. So right there is perfectly snug. I am going to put this on the device, make this a little easier. I'll be a little higher up, so maybe that'll be better for you. Go ahead and just put on my magneto. Like I said, sorry about this. Never done a video like this. I usually do it from the side with the camera on the side of me. Alright. So where I like to cut the wick is on the bottom of the base. Just flush. So right there. Let's see. Yeah, so you see I have a lot of excess cotton on the sides, and that's what I want, because I like a lot sitting there on the side. And see, I made a little L. You can do that, or it kind of get fluffed back out since I rolled it up so tight. But you can also do it straight down, and then just kind of push the cotton down. And that seems to work the best for me. Sorry, I'm out of the camera area. So push it down. Alright, so you see I got it pushed down against the sides. You don't want any in that little juice well. It just won't wick good. So what I do next is I saturate the cotton. And that way it's already pre-wicked. I use a little too much there. It'll be alright. It's just flowing out of this bottle. So yeah, a little too wet, but it'll be alright. Just clean it up. So I like to get cotton completely wet, and then you can mold it. So I use a flat head, just kind of make sure it's against that little wall. And just make sure it's touching the bottom right here. Alright, so I'm going to put on the chimney. The base of the chimney. Alright. Sorry it's so dark. I can't turn on the flash from here. Alright, so after I do that, and I like to keep the chimney off, that way I can see in there when I'm screwing it on to make sure your cotton doesn't get moved. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go back in there and just push the cotton against the wall of the base, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, and that should work. So yeah, we have Vapor. So I'm going to put this together. You've had to see how a Kayfiun gets put back together. We're going to go back to the side and see how it vapes. Alright, so we're back. So Kayfiun at 7.5 ohms, running it on the Vapor Shark DNA 30. I was playing with it, seeing if you could read it as I go up in the wattage, see what it was reading, but you can't. It just, my camera or phone won't focus. So I wanted a little bit of proof, show you I was vaping, or I am going to be vaping at higher wattage. But it is what it is. So I'm using, I can't remember what they call this drip tip. I call it the stiletto. That's just what it reminds me of, and that might actually be the name. I have vaped it, probably took about 20 puffs. I like to kind of like prime it up just before I go high. Seems to work better right when I build a coil and wick it to slowly get warmer and warmer on the device, so it kind of breaks in the cotton a little bit easier. I don't even know if I'm making sense. It makes sense to me. So let's go. This is 18 watts, 7.5 ohms, so 3.7 volts. Tastes great, vapes great. Like I said, this is a black edition Kayfiun. A little bit more airflow than most other Kayfiuns. Bump it up to 19.5, which is going to put me at 3.8. Still fine. So go to 21. That's 4 volts. So that's about normal. Still tastes fine. We'll jump up to 23 watts. 4.2 volts. Still fine. And right there it tastes great. It tastes perfect for me. Jump up to 25. That's going to be 4.4 volts. Make sure it wick. Like, watch the bubbles pop up. So, taking regular drags. Still tastes good. So I'm going to go ahead and take it 28. 4.6 volts. Still tastes fine. Let's go ahead and take it to 30. Take a sip. Mouth's getting a little dry. That's one thing about pure VG. My mouth dries up a lot. So at 30 watts, 4.8 volts. A little warm. That's why I like this long drip tip. Cools it down a little bit. No problem. So that's it. I just want to show that you could. Let's see. I want to see if I can prove. Battery's dying. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. Been using it most of the day, so little battery. Let's see if you can see this. See if it'll focus. But if you can make that out, it's proof. I am vaping at 30 watts. But, you know, just vape on a little bit more, make sure I don't get a burnt taste. Sorry if this video is a little boring. Didn't plan for it to be entertaining. Just wanted to prove that you can vape at high watts on a Kayfiun with 100% VG. Like I said, I'm using Boba's Bounty. It's a little warm. Take one more. So Tastes great to me. I won't vape it at 30 watts. It's just not what I like. About 22 is good. So yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say. But if you have any questions, if you have to vape 100% VG, let me know. I can help you out trying to find a good juice that you like. Really, boba's my favorite. I mean, I got a stockpile of this stuff. I got empty bottles everywhere. Here's a few. I mean, I buy it when it's on sale. And now they have a rewards thing, so you get a point for every dollar you spend, I think. It's something like that. And you can cash in your points and save you some money. So that's it. And yeah, if you're wondering, this is a Roger Waters t-shirt. Went to a concert back in 07. He was the lead singer of Pink Floyd. Amazing, amazing concert. So that's enough. I'm just rambling. So hope this helped. If not, oh well. Later.